Speaking of vibes, from the debut album to this new set that you're going to lay down, has the vibe changed? Have you grown musically over the last year and a half, 2 years?
So much.
Yeah. What's that sound like?
I think that my writing has gotten a lot more intentional, which is, it's hard to say that because I've always been very intentional with my lyrics. But I've definitely picked up some new skills musically on the guitar, instrumentally, and
yeah. When you were sound checking, it honestly, bro, like it was night and day.
Sounded like a different dude sitting here in front of you,
guy sitting here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm excited to hear you. You're going to play a couple here for us later, but what do you think sparked that growth or catapulted you to move the direction you've been moving in and to find this, whatever you found, the oomph, this new
Man, I don't
mojo?
know. I think it has a lot to do with the extra time I have now that I don't have, 40 plus hours a week being taken up by getting oil poured on me.
Right.
So I have a lot more time. I've moved closer to home, and I don't know if we talked about this last time, but my dad is actually my bass player.
Yeah.
And he helps me with a lot of writing and a lot of kind of musical style, and just he's always poking the bear when it comes to like venturing out and kind of broadening the variety in my playing and my writing both. So spending more time around him and more time away from a real job, which if there's any of y'all that are supporters of mine out there and you've made it to a show or you've bought merch or anything like that, thank you so much. You people are the reason that we get to do what we do for a living, and it's the coolest job in the world. And I just hope that, as I'm speaking on behalf of most musicians here, that we are able to return that to you in a way that justifies this being our career. I appreciate it. I know any of my friends in the music industry appreciate it, and the support that we get from y'all is outstanding, and it allows us to hone our craft and do everything that we've wanted to do since we decided to take this on as a career. So it's incredibly important to us.
Yeah, man, and it's good to hear and see the growth from artists like you who have, taken that leap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that jump, that leap of faith to quit your day job and to go all in on it, especially in a time lately where venues are closing,
Mm-hmm.
artists are constantly leaving the game, right? For whatever reason, whether it's they can't sell tickets or they can't stay sober or the road life is too hard. The balance between the road and being at home, right? Some of these guys have families or want to start families. And so like I told you earlier, man, I think it's awesome to see people, not that that's ever going to quit, like people are going to stop chasing their dreams
Right.
in music, but lately I've been hearing the opposite. Not a lot of people hanging it up, dude. And so to see folks like you, the younger generation, saying, nah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And
There's still a lot of gas left in the tank.
And the music industry is such a dog eat dog world. It's whenever we have an influx of, I don't want to be that guy about the larger industry coming in from out east, but we've got it. I mean, it's happening right before our eyes, and it's getting tougher to make it, but it's getting so much easier to do it, if that makes any sense at all. Like back in the day, you had to go out and you had to meet the right person. You had to, have the right effect on them. Everything had to fall perfectly in place, and then you had to sign everything over to a label. Now you don't have to do that. Independent music is as big and as strong as it has ever been, and it's only growing. And whether that means that you're doing this in conjunction with the day job, or whether you've lost your mind like me and decided to do it as a full-time career, it's just incredibly large now, the independent side of music. And I think that's great. I think that more people should have the opportunity to experience it, at least for a little bit, even if it's not your cup of tea, or and a lot of people aren't built for it, and that's okay. There's still a place for you in the music industry. If you're not built for the long hauls and the 2 weeks living in your car on the road, or if you're just the guy that likes to go down to an open mic and make people happy for a couple of minutes for 3 or 4 songs on stage, then more power to you. It's great.
Yeah, just like music is subjective, I think everybody's music goals can also be that not everybody has to be out there trying to get a record deal or
absolutely.
trying to do 40 dates in a month or whatever it is, right? Like, and it's interesting that you have that. It's refreshing and interesting because a lot of the times, you know, the stuff that I see, I know it's not everybody quitting the game, but when you see some of your heroes and some of your favorites in the business saying, I can't do this anymore, it's like, what's happening, right? Like, how do we fix this? How do we sell more tickets? How do we make this what it once was? And then there's guys like you that are saying, look, it still is.
Oh, yeah.
We're just doing it differently. And that's what my next question, I want to get to you on this. You said it's easier now than it ever has been to do it. Mm-hmm. But it's probably harder than it ever has been to make it. Right. How do you, Montana Lane, in 2026, wake up every day knowing that you're going to make it? What is it? What is that like?
God.
Yeah.
100% God. There's no, I know that there are musicians who aren't, people doing this for a living who aren't faithful, but I mean, it's a miracle that we live in a world and in a country that we can do these things for a living and we can make a living at it. And like it's just so, if you don't have faith, then it's almost impossible to think that, you know, anything good can happen on it, because there's so many, like it's an industry that's full of haters, and it's full of trials, and it's full of bad luck, and it's full of, you know, all of these negative things. And so you have to be able to pick out the good and separate it from the bad, and know that, hey, I'm doing this for the right reason, or this is my calling, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me it's not, except for God. Right. And if you can differentiate between that and you can tell the difference, then that's all you can really have. I mean, yeah, it's a hard topic to explain.
And I think, you know, really that's probably the answer, honestly. Because you almost have to, I've already lost your mind to get in the game. If you know anything about the game. Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah. If you know anything about the game, you do not want to play it. A musician friend of mine told me this one time. He said there's 3 rules to music. He said, stay humble, stay respectful, quit while you still can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately for a lot of us, we can't. That's kind of, it's unfortunate, but it's as fortunate as it gets, you know?
Yeah.
It's doing this as a full-time career, or doing it period, is not something that you really, I know this sounds cliche, but it's not really something you get to choose. It picks you and it doesn't let go.
Yep.
And anything that you do to try to get away from it, it pulls you right back in. There's no way that you can get away from it.